Please make your way to your seats. The graduation awards ceremony will begin momentarily. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am Senior Master Sergeant Alejandro Vieira, and I will be your MC for today's ceremony. On behalf of the 21st Superintendent of the United States Air Force Academy, Lieutenant General Richard Clark, I would like to welcome you to the 66th Graduation Awards ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the arrival of the official party and remain standing for the playing of honors and the national anthem. Thank you. Please be seated. We would like to thank the United States Air Force Academy Band, led by their commander, Colonel Michael Willen, and Drum Major Technical Sergeant Christopher Jackson for their performance in today's ceremony. We would also like to recognize USAFA's senior leader team and thank them for their attendance. Their appearance, along with the presence of the many family members and friends of this year's award recipients, signifies our pride in your accomplishments. Now, we gather today to pay tribute to our outstanding cadet military organizations and to those cadets who have excelled individually in military, athletic, and academic endeavors. Organizational and individual awards will be grouped and presented by mission element for organizations and individuals who achieve the highest standing in military training, academics, athletics, and extracurricular activities. Then, we will recognize the cadet whose overall performance militarily, academically, and athletically places him or her first in the order of graduation. Each cadet winning an individual award will receive a beautiful eagle and fledgling sculpture. The original 2-ton eagle and fledgling statue, sculpted by Carl Mose, stands at the south end of the Air Gardens on the Terrazzo. The sculpture was given as a gift to the Academy in 1958 by the personnel of Air Training Command and is inscribed with the words of Austin Dusty Miller, "Man's flight through life is sustained by the power of his knowledge." It is symbolic of the Academy and of the Air Force's core values of integrity first, service before self, and excellence in all we do, and the Space Force's core values of character, connection, courage, and commitment. The protocol for today's ceremony is as follows. After each award is called, recipients and presenters will come to the stage to have their picture taken. Cadets will receive their eagle and fledgling statue after the ceremony. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the United States Air Force Academy's 21st Superintendent, Lieutenant General Richard Clark.
Thank you, everyone. You know, cadets, my parents were here one time and you gave me the soup and it made me feel so good. My mom said, "Why are they booing you?" I was like, "Yeah, story of my life, Mom. It's all right." But I do want to thank everyone for being here. This is an exciting day for us to be able to recognize the superior performances of so many of our cadets. And I just want to thank you all, especially the parents and family members, sponsors, the support network of our cadets. Thank you for being here, but thank you for helping them to get where they are. To our faculty, our staff, our coaches, our AOCs, our AMTs, you are the heart of this academy, and I want to thank you not just for the class of amazing leaders that we're going to put out in just a couple days, but for what you do every day. So thank you for that, and thank you to all of our cadets for being here today. Not that you had a choice, but thank you anyway. So we appreciate you. I want to welcome some specific leaders who are here today. First, from Chile, leading our Chilean delegation, we have Colonel Debor Arbunik. Thank you for being here. We have from our Peru delegation, our Peruvian Air Attaché, Major General Oscar Delgado. Thank you for being here, sir. From our Singaporean delegation, our lead is Colonel Liu Boon-ping. Thank you for being here, sir. And from our own team, we have not Lieutenant General, sorry, sir, General and former 7th Squadron member DT David Thompson, our former Vice CSO of the Space Force. Thank you for being here, sir. General Duncan McNabb, General retired. Thank you, General McNabb. Lieutenant General Leo Kaczynski, thank you for being here, Leo. Major General retired Bruce Smith, Major General retired Mark Smith, our Commandant of Cadets, Brigadier General Gavin Marks, and his wife Deborah. We have Brigadier General Linnell Latendra, our illustrious Dean of Faculty, and her husband Greg. We have Nate Pine, our amazing athletic director, and his trusty teammate, Miss Jen Block, our athletic director, executive director of athletics. So let's give all of them a round of applause. I want to say, though, that as these cadets go, and I've already kind of hinted at this, but I always have a story, and I got one for you today. But I usually say, when you see a turtle sitting on a fence post, you know it didn't get there by itself. I think everyone's sick of hearing that. I'm not. I still like saying it. But I'm going to give you a different slant on that, all right? Because I think it is so vitally important, even as high achieving as our cadets are, that they need to understand this. And the story is about a son who was out flying a kite. And he had the kite and he was letting the string out and the kite was getting higher and higher. And he thought, man, if only I didn't have to keep this string on it, the kite could go on forever and it could reach the most amazing heights that it could imagine. And so he was talking to his dad, who happened to be with him. And he said, Dad, let's cut the string and let the kite go. Let it be all it can be. Dad, knowing that that wasn't going to work out so well, decided, okay, let's see what happens. And they cut the string. And initially the kite started going and it got way, way high. But then as it started getting into the altitude and the wind started getting a little bit squirrely and started reaching some turbulence, the kite went out of control and it fell and crashed into the ground. And the dad looked at the son and he said, listen, there's a lesson there. That string is there for a reason. That string is there to provide stability. That string is there to provide guidance for the kite. That string is there to help it, that when the winds get tough and when things get a little bit unstable, that kite can still fly. And maybe it won't go as fast as it thought, but it will certainly be able to weather the storms that it'll achieve as it gets higher. And so when we talk about a turtle on a fence post, that string on that kite is the same thing as the turtle on the fence post. And as you go out into our Air Force and our Space Force and you start to lead and you start to do amazing things, never forget the strings that have helped you to guide along the journey that you've been on, because they're going to continue to help you guide and do great things. And they're going to continue to help you even reach higher heights. It's your sponsor family, it's your families, it's your mentors, it's the people that you've come across throughout your career, it's your peers, it's that great senior NCO that you have in your squadron that really is ready to provide you some guidance and some wisdom. Take advantage of those strings so that when the winds hit, when the instability occurs, that you're ready, that somebody is there to help guide you along. Don't ever forget what brung you here. It's the strings, it's the support, it's your family, it's your network. So I give that to you as another version of the turtle on the fence post. Now you got two. Remember one of them, okay? That's all I ask. But I want to thank you for what you've done for 4 years. Class of 24. Okay, that was good enough. But I am very proud of you, and it's been my honor and my pleasure to serve with you for these last 4 years, and I look forward to seeing the amazing things and the heights that you're going to reach into the future. So with that, let's get on with the show, and once again, thanks everyone for being here.
Thank you, General Clark. And now for the military awards portion of the ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, the Commandant of Cadets, Brigadier General Gavin Marks, and Lieutenant General Richard Clark will now present the military awards. The Intercollegiate Athletic Squadron Award is based on the squadron's participation and achievement in the intercollegiate program. The award is presented by Ms. Jennifer Block, Executive Athletic Director to Cadet Squadron 37. Cadet First Class Mackenzie Lucas, accompanied by Major Amanda Go, Air Officer Commanding Cadet Squadron 37, are accepting the award. The Intramural Athletics Squadron Award was established in 1956 and is based on the squadron's points earned in intramural athletics. It is sponsored by the Mountain States region of the United Services Automobile Association. The award is presented by Colonel David Morrissey, United States Air Force retired, class of 1990, to Squadron 36. Cadet First Class Isaiah Stickley, accompanied by Major Megan Vaught, Air Officer Commanding Cadet Squadron 36, are accepting the award. The Superintendent's Athletic Excellence Squadron Award is sponsored by the Association of Graduates of the United States Air Force Academy. It is presented to the squadron with the highest overall ranking in fitness testing, intramural athletics, and intercollegiate participation. The award is presented by Mr. Mark Hilly to Cadet Squadron 28. Cadet First Class Grant Pierce, accompanied by Lieutenant Colonel Adam Otten, Air Officer Commanding Cadet Squadron 28, are accepting the award. The Drill and Ceremonies Competition Squadron Award was established in 1959 in memory of Lawrence Steinhardt and Squadron Leader Alan Sherlock, Royal Canadian Air Force. The winner of the Drill and Ceremonies Competition Squadron Award is Cadet Squadron 28, and the award is presented by Brigadier General Gavin Marks. Cadet First Class Grant Pierce, accompanied by Lieutenant Colonel Adam Otten, Air Officer Commanding Cadet Squadron 28, are accepting the award. The Academic Achievement Squadron Award was established in 1962 and is sponsored by the Air Education and Training Command. It recognizes the squadron with the highest grade point average for the academic year. The award is presented by the Dean of Faculty, Brigadier General Linnell Latendra, to Cadet Squadron 27. Cadet First Class Hunter Sherry and Major James Benke, Air Officer Commanding Cadet Squadron 27, are accepting the award. The Leadership and Scholarship Squadron Award was established in 1983 and recognizes the squadron with the highest percentage of cadets on the superintendent's list. The winner is Cadet Squadron 35, presented by Brigadier General Marks. Cadet First Class Michael Santiago and Major Jackie Vasta, Air Officer Commanding Cadet Squadron 35, are accepting the award. The Military Proficiency Squadron Award was established in 1963 in memory of Colonel John Fowler, Jr. It recognizes the squadron that achieved the highest overall military standing. The award winner is Cadet Squadron 33 and is presented by Brigadier General Marks, Cadet Squadron 33. Cadet Gaetan Louisant and Major Christopher Pia, Air Officer Commanding Cadet Squadron 33, are accepting the award. The Core Values Squadron Award was established in 2003 and is based on leadership and character development through the performance of community service. The award is sponsored by the Airlift Tanker Association and is presented by the President, General Duncan McNabb, United States Air Force, retired. The recipient of the Core Values Squadron Award is Cadet Squadron 20. Cadet First Class Madeline Compatello and Cadet Third Class Jonas Grubb, accompanied by Technical Sergeant Emmanuel Aroro, Academy Military Trainer, Cadet Squadron 20, are accepting the award. The Outstanding Squadron Award was established in 1959 and recognizes the squadron with the highest achievements in military, academic, and athletic excellence. The award is sponsored by the Air and Space Forces Association and is presented by the Vice President of the Lance Saigon Chapter of the Air Force Association, Mrs. Katie Rozema. Cadet First Class Isaiah Stickley, Cadet Squadron 36, accompanied by Major Megan Vaught, Air Officer Commanding Cadet Squadron 36, are accepting the award. The Outstanding Group Award was established in 1970 and is presented for achievement in all areas of a unit's endeavors. The trophy was made possible by donations in memory of graduates who died in the service of their country. These fallen heroes are listed in your program. The award is presented by the President of the Air Force Academy Foundation and the Association of Graduates, Mr. Mark Hilly, Class of 1997. The Outstanding Group for academic year 2023 to 2024 is Cadet Group 4. Cadet First Class Brett Castro, accompanied by Colonel Brandon Klausman, are accepting the award on behalf of Cadet Group 4. The Outstanding Cadet in Remotely Piloted Aircraft Award is sponsored by General James P. McCarthy, United States Air Force retired, and Mrs. Alice M. McCarthy in memory of their son, Captain Mark Patrick Mack McCarthy, class of 1985. Presenting the award is General McCarthy's grandson, Mr. Brian McCarthy, accompanied by Lieutenant Colonel Charday Caminero, Air Officer Commanding Squadron 14. The recipient is Cadet First Class Shelby A. Wood, Cadet Squadron 14. The Outstanding Cadet Honor Chairperson Award is sponsored by the families of First Lieutenant Beverly S. Parrish Jr. and Second Lieutenant John C.K. Milligan in their memory. Presenting the award is Brigadier General Marks. Accompanied by Lieutenant Colonel Adam Otten, Air Officer Commanding, Cadet Squadron 28, the recipient is Cadet First Class Joshua K. Wodrick, Cadet Squadron 28. The Outstanding Cadet Element Leader Award is sponsored and presented by Colonel Chip Taylor, United States Air Force retired, and Mrs. Kim Taylor in memory of First Lieutenant Joseph D. Helton, class of 2007. Accompanied by Technical Sergeant Ferdinand Manuel, Academy Military Trainer, Cadet Squadron 38. The recipient is Cadet First Class Samuel B. Woodman, Squadron 38. The Outstanding Cadet Flight Commander Award is sponsored by Miss Beth Leake of the Economic Development Corporation of Colorado Springs and is presented by Miss Lisanne McNew, Vice Chair for the Military Affairs Council. Accompanied by Major Dominic Collins, Air Officer Commanding Cadet Squadron 16, the recipient is Cadet First Class Alexandria D. Griffith, Cadet Squadron 16. The Outstanding Cadet Squadron Commander Award is given in memory of the Second Chief of Staff of the Air Force, General Hoyt S. Vandenberg, in whose honor the Cadet Dormitory Vandenberg Hall is named. General Vandenberg's son, Major General Hoyt S. Vandenberg, Jr., served as the Air Force Academy's 8th Commandant of Cadets from 1973 to 1975. Presenting the award is Brigadier General Marks, accompanied by Major Jackie Vasta, Air Officer Commanding Cadet Squadron 35. The recipient is Cadet First Class Michael E. Santiago, Cadet Squadron 35. The Outstanding Cadet Group Commander Award is sponsored by the Veterans of Foreign Wars of the United States Auxiliary in memory of Major General Oscar Westover, 4th Chief of the Army Air Corps from 1935 to 1938. Presenting this award is Veterans of Foreign Wars Department of Colorado Auxiliary President Mr. Philip Reinpold. Accompanied by Colonel Brandon Klausman, Commander, Cadet Group 4. The recipient is Cadet First Class Brett M. Castro, Cadet Squadron 35. The Cadet Summer Wing Commander Award is sponsored by the American Legion Aviators Post number 743. Founded in 1922, Aviators Post 743 is the only American Legion post comprised exclusively of military aviators. Presenting the award is Colonel Richard Bowman, United States Air Force retired. Accompanied by Lieutenant Colonel Jessica Pratt, Air Officer Commanding Cadet Squadron 29, the recipient is Cadet First Class Haley D. Kim, Cadet Squadron 29. The Cadet Fall Wing Commander Award is sponsored by the American Legion Aviators Post 743 in memory of Captain Herbert A. Adamson, class of 1959. Presenting the award is Colonel Scott McLaughlin, United States Air Force retired. Accompanied by Master Sergeant Christian Griswold, Academy Military Trainer, Cadet Squadron 40. The recipient is Cadet First Class Isaac M. Bates, Cadet Squadron 40. The Cadet Spring Wing Commander Award is sponsored by the American Legion Aviators Post 743 in memory of General of the Air Force Henry H. Hap Arnold. Presenting the award is Major General Mark Smith, United States Air Force retired. accompanied by Lieutenant Colonel Joanna Everett Iverson, Air Officer Commanding Cadet Squadron 24. The recipient is Cadet First Class Abigail E. Worley, Cadet Squadron 24. The Outstanding Cadet in Citizenship Award is sponsored by the Rotary Club of the Garden of the Gods and is presented by their president, Nicholas Crutcher. Accompanied by Lieutenant Colonel Jessica Pratt, Air Officer Commanding Cadet Squadron 29, the recipient is Cadet First Class Grace A. Sublett, Cadet Squadron 29. The Outstanding Cadet in Character Award is sponsored by the Association of Graduates of the United States Air Force Academy and in honor of Coach Fisher DeBerry. Presenting the award is Mr. Mark Hilly, accompanied by Major Kristen Montville, Air Officer Commanding Cadet Squadron 9. The recipient is Cadet First Class Madeline L. Latendra, Cadet Squadron 9. The Outstanding Cadet who best exemplifies the highest ideals of loyalty, integrity, and courage award was established in 1966. Presenting the award is Brigadier General Marks. Accompanied by Master Sergeant Tyler Treadaway, Academy Military Trainer, Cadet Squadron 18, is the recipient, Cadet First Class Keely Shaughnessy, Cadet Squadron 18. The United States Air Force Academy is composed of 3 mission elements: military, academics, and athletics. Every year, the top cadet in each mission element is recognized. We will now recognize the top cadet in military performance. The Outstanding Cadet in Military Performance Award is sponsored by the family and friends of former Commander of Tactical Air Command, General Walter C. Sweeney, Jr., class of 1959, in his memory. Presenting the award is Dr. Max I. Miller, United States Air Force Colonel, retired, and member of the Academy's first graduating class of 1959. Accompanied by Major Marcus Alvidrez, Air Officer Commanding Cadet Squadron 8, is the recipient, Cadet First Class Jonathan Lowe, Cadet Squadron 8. Thank you, General Marks. This concludes our military awards. And now we invite Brigadier General Lionel Latendra to the stage for the academic awards portion of our ceremony. The Outstanding Cadet in Aeronautical Engineering Award is presented to the top cadet in that major. Presenting the award is Lieutenant Colonel Del Olmsted, Department Head, Aeronautical Engineering, accompanied by Lieutenant Colonel Jacob Lines, Air Officer Commanding Squadron 1. The recipient is Cadet First Class Taylor H. Edwards, Cadet Squadron 1. The Dr. John von Neumann Award for the Outstanding Cadet in Astronautics is presented to the top cadet in that major. Presenting the award is Lieutenant Colonel Luke Hagen, Department Head, Astronautical Engineering. The recipient is Cadet First Class Alejandro Posadas Nava, Cadet Squadron 14. The Outstanding Cadet in Behavioral Sciences and Leadership Award is presented to the top cadet in that major. Presenting the award is Mrs. Shirley Zack, accompanied by Colonel Rick Cooney, Permanent Professor, Behavioral Sciences. The recipient is Cadet First Class Gabrielle R. Wilson, Cadet Squadron 4. The Outstanding Cadet in Biology Award is presented to the top cadet in that major. Presenting the award is Colonel Steve Hostedt, Permanent Professor, Biology. The recipient is Cadet First Class Lindsay A. Winograd, Cadet Squadron 4. The Outstanding Cadet in Chemistry Award, sponsored by the Daughters of the American Colonists National Society, is presented to the top cadet in that major. Presenting the award is Miss Suzanne Smith, accompanied by Colonel Michael Highland, Permanent Professor, Chemistry. The recipient is Cadet First Class Madeline L. Latendra, Cadet Squadron 9. The Major General Eugene A. Lupia Award for the Outstanding Cadet in Civil Engineering is presented to the top cadet in that major. Presenting the award is Dr. Thomas Phelan, Department Head, Civil Engineering. The recipient is Cadet First Class Evan T. Haskins, Cadet Squadron 25. The Captain Dean Gonzalez Award for the Outstanding Cadet in Computer Science is presented to the top cadet in that major. Presenting the award is Mr. Mark Hilly, accompanied by Colonel Judson Dressler, Permanent Professor, Computer and Cyber Sciences. The recipient is Cadet First Class Samuel J. Brennan, Cadet Squadron 20. The Honorable Michael W. Wynn Award for the Outstanding Cadet in Cyber Science is presented to the top cadet in that major. Presenting the award is Colonel Judson Dressler, Permanent Professor, Computer and Cyber Sciences. The recipient is Cadet First Class Massimo A. Brigola, Cadet Squadron 38. The Outstanding Cadet in Data Science Award is presented to the top cadet in that major. Presenting the award is Colonel Judson Dressler, Permanent Professor, Computer and Cyber Sciences. The recipient is Cadet First Class Alexandria D. Griffith, Cadet Squadron 16. The Outstanding Cadet in Economics Award is presented to the top cadet in that major. Presenting the award is Colonel Justin Jofrian, Permanent Professor, Economics and Geospatial Sciences. The recipient is Cadet First Class Grace A. Sublett, Cadet Squadron 29. The Outstanding Cadet in Electrical and Computer Engineering Award is presented to the top cadet in that major. Presenting the award is Lieutenant Colonel Juan Jurado, Deputy Department Head, Electrical and Computer Engineering. The recipient is Cadet First Class Peyton R. Rawson, Cadet Squadron 35. The Outstanding Cadet in English Award is presented to the top cadet in that major. Presenting the award is Colonel David Buchanan, Department Head, English. The recipient is Cadet First Class Mackenzie H. Lucas, Cadet Squadron 37. The Outstanding Cadet in Foreign Area Studies Award is presented to the top cadet in that major. Presenting the award is Mr. Robert Hampton, accompanied by Colonel Michael Groden, Permanent Professor, Philosophy. The recipient is Cadet First Class Karen A. Kozinski, Cadet Squadron 25. The Outstanding Cadet in Geospatial Science Award is presented to the top cadet in that major. Presenting the award is Colonel David Morrissey, United States Air Force retired, class of 1990, accompanied by Colonel Justin Drofrian, Permanent Professor, Economics and Geospatial Sciences. The recipient is Cadet First Class Shane Choi, Cadet Squadron 22. The General Frank M. Andrews Award for the Outstanding Cadet in History is presented to the top cadet in that major. Presenting the award is Lieutenant Colonel Theodore Givler, Associate Department Head, History. The recipient is Cadet First Class Doyle C. Gehring, Cadet Squadron 11. The Outstanding Cadet in Legal Studies Award is presented to the top cadet in that major. Presenting the award is Colonel Tara Viena, Permanent Professor, Legal Studies. The recipient is Cadet First Class Rebecca A. Husinik, Cadet Squadron 34. The Colonel Frank T. Byrd Award for the Outstanding Cadet in Management is presented to the top cadet in that major. Presenting the award is Colonel Troy Harding, Permanent Professor, Management. The recipient is Cadet First Class Luke J. Anderson, Cadet Squadron 13. The Dr. Robert H. Goddard Award for the Outstanding Cadet in Mathematics, sponsored by Brigadier General John M. Andrew, class of 1976, and Miss Sandy Andrew, is presented to the top cadet in that major. Presenting the award is Brigadier General John Andrew, United States Air Force, retired, accompanied by Colonel Scott Williams, Permanent Professor, Mathematics. The recipient is Cadet First Class Owen M. Graham, Cadet Squadron 6. The Outstanding Cadet in Mechanical Engineering Award is presented to the top cadet in that major. Presenting the award is Mrs. Janelle Mongo, accompanied by Colonel Corey Cooper, Permanent Professor, Mechanical Engineering. The recipient is Cadet First Class Bridget T. Barkmeyer, Cadet Squadron 25. The Outstanding Cadet in Meteorology Award is presented to the top cadet in that major. Presenting the award is Colonel Rose Tseng, Permanent Professor, Physics and Meteorology. The recipient is Cadet First Class Zachary J. Holder, Cadet Squadron 18. The Outstanding Cadet in Military and Strategic Studies Award is presented to the top cadet in that major. Presenting the award is Major General Mark Smith, former CEO and National Commander, Civil Air Patrol, United States Air Force Auxiliary, accompanied by Colonel Robert Grant, Department Head, Military and Strategic Studies. The recipient is Cadet First Class Patrick S. Jackson, Cadet Squadron 37. The Brigadier General John M. Andrew Award for the Outstanding Cadet in Operations Research is presented to the top cadet in that major. Presenting the award is Brigadier General John Andrew, United States Air Force retired, accompanied by Colonel Scott Williams, Permanent Professor, Mathematics. The recipient is Cadet First Class Luke M. Robinson, Cadet Squadron 14. The Outstanding Cadet in Philosophy Award is presented to the top cadet in that major. Presenting the award is Colonel Michael Groden, Permanent Professor, Philosophy. The recipient is Cadet First Class Claudia DeStasso, Cadet Squadron 5. The Major General George O. Squire Award for the Outstanding Cadet in Physics is presented to the top cadet in that major. Presenting the award is Mr. Robert Stevens, accompanied by Colonel Rose Tseng, Permanent Professor, Physics and Meteorology. The recipient is Cadet First Class Blake Eastman, Cadet Squadron 11. The Captain Richard T. Carvoth III Award for Outstanding Cadet in Political Science is sponsored by the National Society of Daughters of Founders and Patriots of America and is presented to the top cadet in that major. Presenting the award is Ms. Heather Miller, accompanied by Colonel T.K. Wilson, Department Head, Political Science. The recipient is Cadet First Class Isabel C. Dernlin, Cadet Squadron 24. The Outstanding Cadet in Systems Engineering Award is presented to the top cadet in that major. Presenting the award is Colonel Corey Cooper, Permanent Professor, Mechanical Engineering. The recipient is Cadet First Class James M. Leland IV, Cadet Squadron 33. The Outstanding Cadet in Basic Sciences Award is given in memory of Lieutenant General Claire L. Chenault, famed leader of the Flying Tigers Aviators during World War II. Presenting the award is the Chief of the Dean of Faculty, Basic Sciences Division, Colonel Scott Williams. The recipient is Cadet First Class Maya G. Mandiam, Cadet Squadron 11. The Outstanding Cadet in Engineering Award is sponsored by Mr. Alan Hunt, Class of 1969, and Mrs. Kathleen Hunt. Presenting the award is the Chief of the Dean of Faculty Engineering Division, Colonel Corey Cooper. The recipient is Cadet First Class Regan B. Hansen, Cadet Squadron 9. The Outstanding Cadet in Humanities Award is sponsored by the Association of Graduates of the United States Air Force Academy in memory of Lieutenant General Barton K. Yount. Presenting the award is Mr. Mark Hilly, accompanied by the Acting Chief of the Dean of Faculty Humanities Division, Colonel Michael Groden. The recipient is Cadet First Class Alexander Simmons, Cadet Squadron 2. The Outstanding Cadet in Social Sciences Award is given in memory of General Joseph R. Holtzapfel, former Commander-in-Chief of United States Air Forces in Europe. The 319th Bomb Group was the first Martin B-26 Marauder Group in the Mediterranean Theater of Operations during World War II. Presenting the award is the Chief of the Dean of Faculty, Social Sciences Division, Colonel Richard Cooney. The recipient is Cadet First Class Isabel C. Dernlin, Cadet Squadron 24. At this time, we would like to recognize the top cadet in academic performance. The Outstanding Cadet in Academic Performance Award is sponsored by the American Legion in memory of Brigadier General Robert F. McDermott, United States Air Force retired. Presenting the award is American Legion National Vice Commander, Mr. Randy Edwards. The recipient is Cadet First Class Taylor H. Edwards, Cadet Squadron 1. Thank you, Brigadier General Latendra. This concludes the academic awards portion of the ceremony. And now for the athletic awards portion of our ceremony. The Director of Athletics, Mr. Nathan Pine, will join us on the stage. We gather today to pay tribute to those cadets who have excelled individually in their athletic endeavors, to those who have displayed exceptional leadership on and off the field, and to those who have stood out among their teammates as outstanding contributors in the fall 2023 and spring 2024 seasons. These athletes have faced exceptional challenges this year and have risen above those challenges with superior athletic performances. We will now begin with the presentation of individual awards. The Most Valuable Baseball Player Award is presented in memory of Captain Valmore W. Bork, class of 1960, sponsored by Ms. Donda Foran-Thomason. Presenting the award is baseball coach Mike Kozlowski. The recipient is Cadet First Class Seungmin Shim, Cadet Squadron 1. The Most Valuable Men's Basketball Player Award is sponsored by Lieutenant Colonel Stephen A. Simon, United States Air Force retired, and Lieutenant Colonel Paula S. Simon, United States Air Force retired. Presenting the award is Lieutenant Colonel Stephen Simon, accompanied by basketball coach Joe Scott. The recipient is Cadet Second Class Ethan E. Taylor, Cadet Squadron 3. The Most Valuable Women's Basketball Player Award is sponsored in memory of the women Air Force service pilots of World War II. Presenting this award is Lieutenant Colonel Marjorie Varuska, United States Air Force retired, accompanied by basketball coach Stacy McIntyre. The recipient is Cadet Third Class Milani C. Perry, Cadet Squadron 27. The Most Valuable Cadet in Women's Boxing Excellence Award is sponsored by the Rampart Chapter Association of Graduates. Presenting the award is Colonel Mike Keefe, United States Air Force retired, class of 1965, accompanied by boxing coach Terry Green. The recipient is Cadet First Class Mackenzie H. Lucas, Cadet Squadron 37. The Most Valuable Cadet in Men's Boxing Excellence Award is sponsored by the Rampart Chapter Association of Graduates. Presenting the award is Colonel Mike Keefe, United States Air Force retired, class of 1965, accompanied by boxing coach Terry Green. The recipient is Cadet First Class Victor N. Benitez, Cadet Squadron 40. Next is the Most Valuable Men's Cheerleader Award. Presenting the award is cheerleading coach Laura Hutchin. The recipient is Cadet First Class Ryan M. Trevino, Cadet Squadron 37. Next is the Most Valuable Women's Cheerleader Award. Presenting the award is cheerleading coach Laura Hutchin. The recipient is Cadet First Class Ella K. Furlong, Cadet Squadron 37. The Most Valuable Men's Cross-Country Runner Award is sponsored by the United Services Automobile Association, Mountain States Region. Presenting the award is Colonel David Morrissey, United States Air Force retired, class of 1990, accompanied by coach Laura Bowerman. The recipient is Cadet First Class Sean R. Mason, Cadet Squadron 12. The Most Valuable Women's Cross-Country Runner Award is sponsored by the American Legion Auxiliary National Headquarters. Presenting the award is Ms. Casey Riggerman, accompanied by coach Laura Bowerman. The recipient is Cadet Second Class Haley Hamilton, Cadet Squadron 17. Next is the Most Valuable Women's Diver Award. Presenting the award is Coach Kyle Van Valkenburg. The recipient is Cadet First Class Kinsey E. Etzelmiller, Cadet Squadron 15. Next is the Most Valuable Men's Diver Award. Presenting the award is Coach Kyle Van Valkenburg. The recipient is Cadet Second Class Alexander C. Kenyon, Cadet Squadron 33. And now, the Most Valuable Men's Fencer Award. Presenting the award is Coach Adi Knott. The recipient is Cadet Third Class Jack Griffith, Cadet Squadron 5. Next, the Most Valuable Women's Fencer Award. Presenting this award is Coach Adi Knott. The recipient is Cadet First Class Jocelyn T. Ratzlaff, Cadet Squadron 6. The Most Valuable Football Defensive Award is presented by Coach Jake Campbell. The recipient is Bowden M. Richter, who graduated in December 2023. Coach Jake Campbell will be receiving the award on behalf of Bowden, who could not join us today. The Most Valuable Football Lineman or Special Teams Player Award is sponsored by the Association of Graduates of the United States Air Force Academy. Presenting this award is Mr. Mark Hilly, class of 1997, accompanied by Coach Jake Campbell. The recipient is Cadet First Class Philip J. Ramsey, Cadet Squadron 27. The Most Valuable Football Offensive Award is sponsored by Colonel David Goiting, United States Air Force retired, and Master Sergeant Janice Goiting, United States Air Force retired, and is given in memory of Captain Martin S. Beziak. Presenting the award is Coach Mark Baycote, and the recipient is Cadet First Class Thorson L. Paglialong, Cadet Squadron 8. The Most Valuable Football Player Award is sponsored by the Air Force Academy Quarterback Club of Denver. Presenting the award is Mr. Brad Bernero, accompanied by Coach Mark Baycote. The recipient is Trey J. Taylor, who graduated in December 2023. The Most Valuable Men's Golfer Award is sponsored by Brigadier General John M. Andrew, United States Air Force retired, class of 1976, and Mrs. Sandy Andrew. Presenting the award is Brigadier General retired John Andrew. The recipient is Cadet Third Class Alvaro M. Fonseca, Cadet Squadron 16. Alvaro could not be with us today, and his coach Tyler Goulding will be accepting on his behalf. Next up is the Most Valuable Men's Gymnast Award. This award is sponsored by the friends and family of Mr. Jasper D. Ackerman in his memory. Presenting the award is gymnastics coach Joss Loser. The recipient is Cadet First Class Oliver Zovel, Cadet Squadron 28. The Most Valuable Women's Gymnast Award is sponsored by the family and friends of Lieutenant Colonel Carolyn K. Farney, class of 1985, in her memory. Presenting the award is Miss Kim Davis, accompanied by gymnastics coach Jennifer Green. The recipient is Cadet Fourth Class Maggie M. Slife, Cadet Squadron 30. The Most Valuable Ice Hockey Player Award is sponsored by Miss Margot Henderson and Mrs. Lisa Marie Henderson Nelson in memory of First Lieutenant Hal K. Henderson, class of 1967. Presenting the award is hockey coach Frank Serator. The recipient is Cadet First Class William P. Gavin, Cadet Squadron 20. Next is the Most Valuable Lacrosse Player Award. This award is presented in memory of First Lieutenant Michael Sands, class of 1971. Presenting the award is lacrosse coach Bill Wilson. The recipient is Cadet First Class Christopher S. Burdock, Cadet Squadron 23. Next, the Most Valuable Marksmanship Award. Presenting the award is rifle coach Lonnie Miley. The recipient is Cadet First Class Morgan M. Kreb, Cadet Squadron 15. Next, the Most Valuable Men's Soccer Player Award is sponsored by the Colorado Parents Club. Presenting the award is Ms. Kathy Cometto and Mrs. Kimberly Sherry of the Colorado Parents Club, accompanied by soccer coach Doug Hill. The recipient is Cadet First Class Federico C. Mion, Cadet Squadron 32. The Most Valuable Women's Soccer Player Award is sponsored by the USAFA Women's Soccer Alumni. Presenting the award is soccer coach Laura Busby, and the recipient is Cadet First Class Grace A. Sublett, Cadet Squadron 29. The Most Valuable Men's Swimmer Award is sponsored by the Rye family in memory of Captain Brian A. Rye, class of 1971. Presenting the award is Lieutenant Colonel William Griffith, United States Air Force retired, accompanied by swimming coach Rob Clayton. The recipient is Cadet Second Class Thomas J. Nagel, Cadet Squadron 20. The Most Valuable Women's Swimmer Award is sponsored by the USAFA Women's Swimming Alumni in honor of Coach Casey Converse. Presenting the award is Colonel Maya Anderson on behalf of Coach Casey Converse and the Women's Swimming Alumni, accompanied by current swimming coach Colleen Murphy. The recipient is Cadet Second Class Alexandra D. Clark, Cadet Squadron 31. And now, the Most Valuable Men's Tennis Player Award. This award is given in memory of Lieutenant General Francis Gideon, United States Air Force. Presenting the award is Coach Evan Urbina. The recipient is Cadet Second Class Arjun A. Kirsten, Cadet Squadron 20. The Carol Gilchrist Bassett Award for the Most Valuable Women's Tennis Player is sponsored by Mr. Kimbrough Bassett in his memory. Presenting the award is Coach Taylor Hollander. The recipient is Cadet Third Class Ariana von Howling, Cadet Squadron 39. The Most Valuable Men's Track and Field Athlete Award is sponsored by the Wilson family and friends in memory of Brigadier General James V.G. Wilson. Presenting the award is Miss Mary Thompson, accompanied by the Director of Track and Field and Cross Country, Ryan Cole. The recipient is Cadet Third Class Texas T. Tanner, Cadet Squadron 10. And now, the Most Valuable Women's Track and Field Athlete Award. This award is given in memory of General Claire L. Chenault. Presenting the award is Coach Ryan Cole, and the recipient is Cadet Second Class Taylor E. Rio, Cadet Squadron 34. The Most Valuable Men's Track and Field Competitor Award is given in memory of Mr. Arnie U. Arneson. Presenting the award is Coach Scott Steffen, and the recipient is Cadet Second Class Jalen T. Rivers, Cadet Squadron 34. Next, the Most Valuable Women's Track and Field Competitor Award. This award is given in memory of General Claire L. Chenault. Presenting the award is Coach Scott Steffen, and the recipient is Cadet First Class Ava Giliana, Cadet Squadron 9. The Most Valuable Volleyball Player Award is sponsored by the United Services Automobile Association, Mountain States Region. Presenting the award is Colonel Dave Morrissey, United States Air Force retired, class of 1990, accompanied by volleyball coach Macy Donovan. The recipient is Cadet First Class Carolyn K. Renkensmeyer, Cadet Squadron 26. The Most Valuable Water Polo Player Award is sponsored by Lieutenant Colonel Jeffrey N. Heidmas, United States Air Force retired, class of 1977, and Mrs. Heidmas, on behalf of Colonel Heidmas's parents, whose 3 sons, Jeff, Walt, and Phil, were all recipients of this award. The recipient is Cadet 4th Class Thomas A. Leggett, Cadet Squadron 6. Thomas and the water polo team are currently traveling and are unable to be here today. The Most Valuable Wrestler Award is sponsored by Colonel Terry R. Sylvester, United States Air Force retired, class of 1970, and Mrs. Janet Christie Sylvester, in memory of First Lieutenant Richard Christie II, class of 1970, who was killed during the Vietnam conflict. Presenting the award is Colonel Dick Roshkob, class of 1970, United States Air Force retired, accompanied by wrestling coach Sam Barber. The recipient is Cadet First Class Wyatt A. Hendrickson, Cadet Squadron 3. The Most Valuable Men's Athlete Award is sponsored by the United States Air Force Academy Liaison Officers in memory of Colonel John J. Clune, Air Force Academy Athletic Director from 1975 to 1991. Presenting the award is the Director of Admissions, Colonel Candace Pipes. The recipient is Trey J. Taylor, who graduated in December 2023. Coach Mark Baycoat will be receiving the award on behalf of Trey, who could not be with us today. The Most Valuable Women's Athlete Award is sponsored by the United States Air Force Academy Colorado Parents Club in memory of Colonel John J. Clune. The award is presented by Ms. Kathy Cometto and Ms. Kimberly Sherry. Accompanied by Coach Lonnie Miley, the recipient is Cadet First Class Penina D'Souza, Cadet Squadron 5. The Outstanding Cadet and Athletic Achievement Award is sponsored by Lieutenant Colonel Franklin D. Roth, United States Air Force retired, Mrs. Rolene Roth, and Lieutenant Colonel Benjamin D. Roth in memory of Major Jack Schwall, United States Air Force retired. Major Schwall served as the Air Force Academy's second head coach of baseball in 1958. Presenting the award are Lieutenant Colonels Franklin and Benjamin Roth. The recipient is Cadet Second Class Patrick W. Hoops, Cadet Squadron 2. Patrick is unable to be here today, and his coach, Joe Loser, will accept on his behalf. The Outstanding Cadet in Athletic Excellence Award is given in memory of First Lieutenant Dale A. Walters, class of 1982. Presenting the award is the Executive Athletic Director, Ms. Jennifer Block. The recipient is Cadet First Class Wyatt A. Hendrickson, Cadet Squadron 3, accompanied by Coach Sam Barber. The Outstanding Cadet in Athletic Leadership Award is sponsored by the family and friends of First Lieutenant Michael J. Mark, class of 1975, in his memory. Presenting the award is Miss Stacy Mark, and the recipient is Cadet First Class Samuel G. Kulasingam, Cadet Squadron 27. He is accompanied by Coach Mike Kozlowski. The Outstanding Cadet Scholar Athlete Award is given in memory of the late General Edwin W. Rawlings, former commander of Air Materiel Command, who advocated for the undergraduate and graduate education of Air Force officers in the 1950s. Presenting the award is Miss Jennifer Block, and the recipient is Cadet First Class Grace A. Sublett, Cadet Squadron 29. Grace is accompanied by Coach Laura Busby. We will now recognize the top cadets in athletic performance. The Outstanding Cadet in Physical Education Award is awarded in memory of Captain Dean G. Crowell, class of 1964, to the cadet with the highest score in physical education classes. Presenting the award is Permanent Professor of Physical Education, Colonel Maya Anderson. Accompanied by Major James Benke, Air Officer Commanding Cadet Squadron 27, the recipient is Cadet First Class Garrett D. Kuchin, Cadet Squadron 27. The Physical Education Average Award is awarded in memory of Lieutenant Colonel Paul Edward Bickle, class of 1970, to the cadet with the highest cumulative physical education average. Presenting the award is Permanent Professor of Physical Education, Colonel Maya Anderson. Accompanied by Major James Benke, Air Officer Commanding Cadet Squadron 27, the recipient is Cadet First Class Garrett D. Kuchin, Cadet Squadron 27. Thank you, Mr. Pine. This concludes our athletic awards. And now we invite Colonel Nancy Taylor, commander of the 306th Flying Training Group, to the stage for the Airmanship Awards portion of our ceremony. The Outstanding Cadet in Parachuting Award is sponsored by the class of 1966 in memory of their classmate, Peter A. Johnston. Presenting the award is Lieutenant Colonel Matthew Tusher, Squadron Commander, 98th Flying Training Squadron. The recipient is Cadet First Class Corwin E. Wipf, Cadet Squadron 16. The Outstanding Cadet in Powered Flight Award is sponsored by the Society of the Cincinnati of the State of Virginia. Presenting the award is Mr. D. Wayne Snodgrass, member of the Society of the Cincinnati, accompanied by Lieutenant Colonel Stephen Linhart, Squadron Commander, 557th Flying Training Squadron. The recipient is Cadet First Class Levi J. Broadman, Cadet Squadron 29. The Outstanding Flying Team Cadet Award is given to the top cadet in flying team performance. Presenting the award is Lieutenant Colonel Stephen Linhart, Squadron Commander, 557th Flying Training Squadron. The recipient is Cadet First Class Jacob M. James, Cadet Squadron 21. The Outstanding Cadet in Soaring Award is awarded in memory of the 6th Air Force Chief of Staff, General John P. McConnell, United States Air Force retired. Presenting the award is Lieutenant Colonel Colin O'Brien, Squadron Commander, 94th Flying Training Squadron. The recipient is Cadet First Class Ayushi Bansal, Cadet Squadron 13. The Colonel J. B. Harrelson Award for Commitment and Service celebrating the Outstanding Cadet and Airmanship Award is sponsored by the Bassett family. Presenting the award is the 306th Flying Training Group Commander, Colonel Nancy Taylor. Accompanied by Lieutenant Colonel Colin O'Brien, the recipient is Cadet First Class Kelly A. Murphy, Cadet Squadron 40. Thank you, Colonel Taylor. This concludes our Airmanship Awards. And we now invite the Commander of Detachment 1 and the United States Space Force Liaison to the United States Air Force Academy, Colonel Mark Sands, to the stage for the Guardianship Awards portion of our ceremony. The inaugural Outstanding Cadet in Guardianship Programs Award is given in honor of General David D. Thompson. The award is sponsored by the Space Force Association, and presenting the award is General David Thompson, United States Space Force, retired, First Vice Chief of Space Operations and Class of 1985, and Colonel Keith Watts, United States Air Force, retired, Class of 1990, from the Space Force Association. The recipient is Cadet First Class Garrett J. Seaman, Cadet Squadron 30. The Semper Supra Award is given to the Outstanding Space Force Select Cadet in the Order of Merit. This award is sponsored by the Space Force Association, and presenting the award is Colonel Matt Anderson. The recipient is Cadet First Class Daniel G. Avila, Cadet Squadron 34. Thank you, Colonel Sands. This concludes our Guardianship Awards. Ladies and gentlemen, we will now move to our Order of Graduation Awards. The Argentine Air Force Award for the Outstanding Cadet in the Order of Graduation Award is presented by the Argentine Air Force. A saber symbolizing the virtues of General San Martin is presented to the cadet graduating first in their class. Presenting the award on behalf of the Argentine Air Force is Lieutenant General Richard Clark. The recipient is Cadet First Class Jonathan J. Lowe, Cadet Squadron 8. The Chilean Air Force Award for the Outstanding Cadet in the Order of Graduation is sponsored by the Chilean Air Force. The Chilean Air Force Medal is presented to the cadet graduating first in their class. Presenting the medal is Chilean Air Attaché, Colonel Davor Arbonic. The recipient is Cadet First Class Jonathan Lowe, Cadet Squadron 8. The Mexican Secretariat of Defense presentation for the Outstanding Cadet in the Order of Graduation Award is sponsored by the Mexican Liaison Officer to NORTHCOM. The Mexican Secretariat of Defense presentation is a replica of a hilted saber from the late 18th century. It was used by General José María Morelos during the Battle of Cuautla in 1812. Presenting the saber is Lieutenant Colonel Rodolfo Rivas Rodriguez. The recipient is Cadet First Class Jonathan Lowe, Cadet Squadron 8. The Premio Capitán José Quiñones Award is sponsored by the Peruvian Air Force. The honorary pilot wings presented to the cadet graduating first in the class are a symbol of honor, bravery, and dedication, representing an unwavering commitment to excellence, professionalism, and service to the country. For every aviator, receiving this distinction is a moment of immense pride and satisfaction, as it signifies recognition of their hard work, sacrifice, and skills in the air. Presenting the award is Peruvian Air Attaché, Major General Oscar Delgado. The recipient is Cadet First Class Jonathan Lowe, Cadet Squadron 8. The Outstanding Cadet in the Order of Graduation Award was established in 1959 by the Order of Dedalians in memory of Lieutenant Generals Millard F. Harmon and Hubert R. Harmon, who served as the Academy's first superintendent. Presenting the Outstanding Cadet in the Order of Graduation Award is the Chairman of the Board of Directors for the Order of Dedalians and former Vice Commander of the 21st Air Force, Major General Bruce Smith, United States Air Force, retired, class of 1964. The recipient is Cadet First Class Jonathan Lowe, Cadet Squadron 8. Thank you, Lieutenant General Clark, and congratulations to Cadet First Class Jonathan J. Lowe. This concludes the 2024 Graduation Awards ceremony. There will be a reception directly following this event for sponsors, permanent party, award winners, and their families on the floor of Clune Arena. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the playing of the Air Force Song and the Space Force Song by the United States Air Force Academy Band, and remain standing for the departure of the official party.